Good morning, everyone. This is Wednesday, October the 26th, 2022. The time is 10 a.m. and it is 15 degrees Celsius out. Really warm for this late in the year. I thought the ducks were all gone, but I see them over there in the water, so they're still around yet. Good. Well, anyway, this is Maynard Lake. You often see it I'm down at that end of it when I look up here, or I'm walking down the road on the other side. But this is the side next to Portland Street. So I just gotta look up the lake, and then we're gonna walk down on the street. Okay? All right. Enough of this. Standing here. Let's go. Try not to get my feet wet on the grass here, because it's wet. Grass is awful wet. It rained quite a bit in the night, last night. There's a trail goes right along the lake here, but I'm not going to walk it today. Maybe one day I will, but today the grass is too wet and I get my feet soaked. This is just a little short street. It's a dead-end street. But I was walking down and I noticed how the leaves were leaving the trees. We're about 60% gone and a 40% left, depends on where you are. Some places there's quite a bit of leaves, some places not much. So this might be my last look at fall, making a video. So that's why I wanted to do this. This is just a little short street. I'll tell you the name in a minute. I know it, but I can't think of it. This is the first time I ever walked up the street. So can't think of the name, but I pass it all the time. But I will tell you when I get to the stop sign, because I do know there's a sign on this post. It is called Brenton Street. That's the name of the street. So we're going to walk uptown. Again, I'm not sure what we'll do yet today. Something to make a video for sure. And I just want to show the fall, what's left of it. Because the fall is almost over. And the leaves will be gone. I think in less than 2 weeks there won't be very much left on the trees. So we better enjoy it today. So that's what this walk is for, to take a nice fall walk. Enjoy what's left of the beautiful scenery. And an amazing temperature today for this late in October. It's 15 degrees. Man, there's parts of the country they love to have that. I know out in Saskatchewan, Ferry got snow. Up north they got snow. A lot of places they got snow. So we're really fortunate that we don't have any snow yet here, and it's not cold enough. So anyways, we have to take what we're given, right? Yeah, well, we're lucky this year. We're very fortunate. But it's really staying kind of warm, and we got all this beautiful nature around us here. The next block, you're going to see a lot of leaves on the sidewalk. I came by here yesterday, and I thought, I wish I had my equipment with me. I would do a video here. Look at this. There's hardly any wind. I wore my hat because it looked like the trees were moving a little bit, but I can't really feel any wind out here. But that's okay. I got my trusty umbrella with me in case it rains, because it has been raining off and on. But right now, no rain. So thankful for that. Because I'm walking. I I left the car right home. I usually do. When I go uptown, I just leave it sitting right there and walk uptown. At the price of gas, why waste it, right? Yeah, don't waste it driving around. Look at that big tree. I didn't bother with my microphone this morning. There's no wind. And I find my phone got a better microphone than my microphone does. Odd, eh? But I think it does. I think my phone sounds better. Somebody's name flashed on my screen there. They messaged me, but I'll have to answer it later. I'm not going to interrupt my videos to answer people's messages. Well, we're halfway through the week. This is Wednesday. 2 more to go. Well, not for me, but I'm always out. I get up early when my wife goes to work because I have to drive her to work and then come home and then drive my son to work. So, wasn't for that, she could just take the car to work all day and leave it there. I wouldn't care because I don't need it. But I have to drive my son to work and then go pick him up, then go pick my wife up. So I got a little window in the middle there where I can have my own time. Remembrance Day will soon be coming up, and it's on Friday this year. So that means we're going to have a holiday on Friday. 4-day work week on, not this Friday, but on Remembrance Day, which is November 11th. That's almost 3 weeks away. So, anyway, there's a holiday coming up on November 11th. Some of these houses, they go all out for Halloween. I don't think the Spiders did that. He's got a big spider up on his by his window up on that top floor there. See it? I can't zoom in because that feature got disabled by the last update they did. So, and last time I used my phone and zoomed in on the screen, I touched something else and I wrecked my video. So I'm going to try to stay away from that. There was bus 5. Bus 5 runs from Scotia Square, across the bridge to Dartmouth, all the way up Portland to, I'm not just sure where it turns. It says Portland Hills on it, or Mills or something like that, but I'm not sure. I never rode it to the end. I get off in my neighborhood and that's it. There's some more Halloween stuff done over there. Look at all the different colors of the leaves just laying on the ground, man. Oh, just like a whole mess of colors on the ground here. Whoops, we'll let this car go. Oh, he's waiting for me. Okay. I want to show you something here about the power lines and the trees in Halifax. This is why when there's a hurricane that we lose our power so easily. The wires are going right through that tree and the branches are intertwined with the wires. So if you get a hurricane and start snapping branches, there goes the wires. So we got a big problem with that here in Halifax. So the wires going right through the trees, and there's one where they cut a branch down and there's a piece of it still hanging off the wire. It grew right around the wire and they couldn't get it off. So it's a big problem here in Halifax. I suppose they started off a long time ago and these trees were planted. They were just little trees and they look so harmless down here, and they grew up a bit and provided some shade, and everybody thought they were wonderful until the wires got tangled up with the branches. And then we lose power very easily. Just takes a high wind. We're not out of the hurricane season just yet either. We can have hurricanes up till November. So keep our fingers crossed that Halifax doesn't get hit again. It's no fun having no power. You come home at night, you got to shine your phone or your flashlight or something to get in the house. And you go to bed, pull the blankets up over your head and set your phone for your alarm clock, and that's it. Not much fun. Then you drive around looking for a Tim Hortons that they got power. When that Hurricane Fiora, whatever they call it, Fiora, something like that, was here. Anyways, there wasn't very many Tim Hortons open or Starbucks or anything because most people lost their power. But there was two that I know of, two Tim Hortons that were open. And the people were lined up clear down out of the parking lot and clear down the street and around the corner waiting to get in there and get a coffee. Can you imagine? I like going to Tim Hortons. I love coffee, but I wasn't willing to do that. Well, I'm at Portland and Pleasant Street. Let's take a little right on Pleasant before we do too much. All right, maybe we'll see some nice fall scenery down here. I want to make my video before I go have a coffee, because get my video made and then I can enjoy my day not knowing I'm procrastinating. That poor tree right there hasn't got hardly a leaf on it. You got a few. One branch right there has got a few leaves. Fall is beautiful. There's no getting around that. It's beautiful. But I don't like what comes next. The winter's cold. I don't mind snow. Snow is kind of beautiful in a lot of ways too. But I don't like the cold. My body doesn't like cold. It never did. And since I'm making videos, I get out in anyways. I was out last winter when it was the worst blizzard of the year. And they took the buses off the road that day. I was out making a video in that snowstorm. So even though I don't like the cold, I'm willing to do it to make a video. Look at all these leaves there. We'll walk to the end of Pleasant Street, and then we'll decide where we want to go. I feel a little tiny sprinkle, not much, not enough to put my umbrella up yet, but I got it in my hand here if I need it. Starting to feel a few more drops. I think I'll open up my umbrella. There. I don't want to get my phone wet because water and electric things don't usually go that good together. Yeah, I can hear the drops landing on my umbrella now. So, good thing I brought it. Maybe we'll walk down Prince Albert. Not towards the highway, but the other direction. Yeah, I see the rain's picking up now. But I got my umbrella and there's no wind, so we'll be able to stay dry. No worries about that. I got a big umbrella, it's quite wide. I can cover my backpack, my phone, and me with this umbrella. All right, let's go towards the city. I'm still in Dartmouth. I'll probably do this video in Dartmouth today. Did you like the night driving one I did of downtown? Because I enjoy those ones because me and my wife, we go together on those and we have a nice talk while we're in the car. And we really enjoy our time making those driving videos. So anybody wants to comment, let me know. If you like those ones, I'll make some more. Okay? We'll make some more driving videos, especially the night ones. The night ones are more fun. Well, in the daytime, the only day I really got is Saturday. Maybe Sunday evening, maybe, depending. Because I obviously can't drive and do a video, so my wife has to be home in order for me to make a good driving video. So, anyways, I will make more if you folks tell me you like them. Hey, I need some ideas. Anybody get any good ideas for when I reach my 1,000 subscribers? I gotta have a celebration like I did when I hit 500. If anyone hasn't seen it, go back and look for my 500 video celebration, and you'll see I'm playing the guitar in the background music and my wife's playing the keyboard organ, and we're doing the old blues song, Flip, Flop and Fly, to the background music of our video, because it's just a 12-bar blues. There's no copyright issues with that, as long as I wasn't singing and I wasn't, we just playing the music, so no copyright problems with that, and it was fun. And I did something like 100 still pictures of Halifax, and as we played, it flicked from one picture to the next one. It stayed about 2 or 3 seconds on each picture, and then it went to the next one, and I thought it was really cool. It took a lot of work to make that, and it only took about 5 minutes to watch it. So if you get inclined to have a look at that one if you haven't seen it. Look it up. My 500th subscriber celebration. I think that's what it's called. It could be just put 500 subscriber and you'll probably find it. I want to walk the trail uptown today. So we'll go down through here and we'll walk the trail. Because trail's kind of nice on a fall day. I'm trying to get some fall pictures and scenery. I guess I better go over here and take the crosswalk because I'm risking life and limb walking across Portland Street without a walk sign. All right, so we'll stand here. We'll wait for the walk sign. All right, we'll take the walk. And I gotta go back a bit to get on the trail. All right, we'll go this way. We'll take Canal Street and we'll walk down to get on the trail down here. And we'll walk the trail right up. We'll try to take it all the way up to the ferry terminal. And probably end my video there if I can take the trail all the way up there. Okay? So we're going to take a nice trail walk, and at times you'll be able to look across the harbor, see what's going on. It's a little bit foggy out there, but at least I'll be dry. I got my umbrella. I'm going to be dry. So we're going to enjoy this nice walk. And I've already been 22 minutes. By the time I make it up to the ferry terminal, it'll be at least 45 minutes. So that'll be long enough. I don't want to bore people right to death anyway, but try not to. Try to make it exciting if I can. I had to change arms there. I had the gimbal in right hand too long and had the umbrella in the left hand too long. It's a different kind of a grip, so I just switched them over here. Okay. That used to be a flea market a long time ago, where they sold all different kinds of, like just your typical flea market. Your typical flea market where they sell all different kinds of knives and switchblades and daggers and it might sound funny, but they did sell that stuff in there. All right. No, I don't own a dagger or a switchblade. I don't carry weapons of any kind. I tell everybody I get by on my good looks, wit, and charm. I don't know. I haven't got much to go on, have I? It's really raining now. Look at the drops coming off my umbrella there. I'm glad I brought it. I wasn't sure at first. It wasn't raining when I left home. And I thought, I don't know. I think I'll bring it just in case. I'm glad I did. All right, I'll try not to wobble my phone around too much here if I can help it. Yeah, it is really raining. Look at the puddles. But I'm not going to get very wet. Even my shoes got nice high soles on them, and I don't think I'll get my feet very wet either. A little bit won't hurt. In this business, making these videos, you always got to think about your footwear. Took me a while to catch on to that. You have to be thinking about when you buy a pair of shoes, you're thinking about, make sure they got nice high soles. So if it rains, I won't get my feet that wet. And make sure in the wintertime, your boots got a good portion of rubber on them. Okay, we can pick up our trail right here. Right beside the train track. Yeah, make sure you got lots of rubber on the bottom of your, like, come up the side of your boot about a couple of inches so the snow won't go through and get your feet all wet and cold. So that's the trick for walking in the winter. High soles for walking in the rain. And just about anything you want for walking in the summer when it's a nice day. Okay, love this rain. Oh, I wasn't planning on a rain walk. But look at this, I love rain walks. I know people like watching them too, because I like watching somebody walk around. I watch other people's videos too. I don't just make videos, I watch other people's. I watch Action Kid, Johnny Strides. I used to watch a lot of Beverly, YHZ, and I haven't seen her all that much lately. I saw one, I think, yesterday or today or something I hadn't seen before. And Johnny Strides, I watch a few of his, and all different people's. I still like watching these walking videos of other folks' videos. And I've made a friend down in Mexico. I gotta give him a little shout out to my friend Caesar. Caesar is a YouTuber as well as a truck driver. He makes a lot of videos when he's driving around. And he lives in Guadalajara, Mexico. And I saw a video of his and he told me about it. That they got Tim Hortons now in Mexico. And he drove up to a Tim Hortons and put it on his video. That was pretty cool. Tim Hortons in Mexico, how about that? And I call them friends because I talk to them all the time. So Caesar, I feel like I know him because I've talked to him quite a bit. And there's a few others like that too. Mike in Manitoba. Roger in Vancouver. I know I'm going to leave somebody out here. There's more. The regulars that I talk to all the time on my comments. They feel like friends. Well, they are friends. They're just, I don't see them much. Oh yeah, there's just a second here now. I know somebody popped in my head that I forgot. Give me a break. I'm 71. I can't be as sharp as I was when I was 20. Okay, your memory goes a little bit, so if I forget something, don't hold that against me. Okay. All right. Somebody gonna get wet. Make her feel bad because I got an umbrella, huh? Oh, sometimes my humor gets me in trouble. Oh well. When it comes back to me, the other however many I've forgotten, I'll mention them. Well, this is nice walking around here in the rain. I kind of love this because, it's raining hard now. I picked a great time to come out. Look at that rain hitting the road. The harder it rains, the better it is. I don't mind at all. If it rains, that's good because my camera's dry, my phone's dry, I'm dry. My feet might get a little bit wet, but that's okay. I've never got anything wet that's in my backpack yet. I put lots of things in there and they never get wet. Oh yeah, Timothy. That's who I was trying to say. My friend Timothy. And he was down here last summer for a visit. I got to meet him in person. A real nice fellow. And so he's another one that I consider my friend on YouTube. So I guess I'm having coffee at the ferry terminal today, since that's where I'm walking to. I'm gonna go in there, get myself a large double, and go upstairs. They got a great place to fit in there. If I haven't mentioned it, or you haven't seen my videos where I mentioned it, up in down the ferry terminal, there's nowhere to sit by Tim Hortons. See, if you take your coffee, you go upstairs. And when I'm crossing the tracks, I'll show you. You can look right down on the train when it goes by. If you're sitting at the tables and the train happens to go under you while you're up there, you can look right down on top of it. That's pretty cool. Want to see Halifax with a lot of fog? Cool, huh? I gotta get a few good shots of that while I'm down here, because it looks good like that. It kind of got a nice gray look to it. Yeah, it looks good. So before I go inside Tim Hortons at the ferry terminal, I'm going to walk down across the tracks. I'm going to go. The tracks are right there. They're between this fence and the other fence. Yeah, but we can't walk through there, only at the train crossing. So we'll walk down, go through the train crossing, and we'll walk over and look at the skyline through all this fog and rain. Something kind of romantic about that. I should have been a writer, write novels. Maybe that would have been my calling, except I haven't got a good command of the English language. I'd embarrass myself trying to write a novel. But I do like them. And I saw a book. I must have it. I saw it in a bookstore. Didn't get it then, but I must have it. It's a book about Leonard Cohen. And he started out, he wanted to be a novelist. And that never went real well for him, and he's got a great command of words. He has written a book, though. I have two of his books. I have one called, I've had it since I was a teenager. It's called Flowers for Hitler. And that was one poem he had. Flowers for Hitler, the summer yawned. I'll recite a little bit. Flowers all over my new lawn. And that's as far as I'm going to go with that one, because I wouldn't want to offend anybody with some of the lines in that poem. But if you're familiar with it, anyway, the book was called after that poem. And then there's another book I got a few years ago. My wife got it from me one year at Christmas time. And it's got all of his songs up until that time and all of his poems in that book. And so I really treasure that book. But there's a book about Leonard Cohen in the bookstores right now. So that's what I would love to get one of these days. I gotta have it. That's all there is to it. I have to have it. So, anyways, I was talking about people wanting to write a book. Maybe they're good at it, maybe they're not. I don't think I'd be good at it, but I think I have the right feel for it. You got to be a deep thinker. You got to be a person that not only sees things, they feel them. That's me. That's why I'm a songwriter. A lot of people didn't know that, but I've written a lot of songs, and I have one CD out. And a lot of you didn't know that. I do have a CD out. Made it in Toronto, and all my own compositions are on it. So you learned something about me today you didn't know. Did ya? You didn't know that. Okay. Now let's just, I don't want to walk through that narrow fence with my umbrella. So we're going to walk right over here and try to see what we can see of the skyline through all this fog and rain, drizzle. I think it'll border romantic. Okay, here we are. This is just about as far out here as I can walk. I'm on the rocks, right here. Okay, let's take a look at our skyline through all this fog and haze. There's cruise ships down there. You can't see them. Let's see if we can see. We can't even see up to the north end today. You can see the bridge though. All right, that's enough. I'm getting my toes wet from balancing on that rock. I didn't have the umbrella over my foot. All right, let's go inside. How's my time? 36, 30, 37, almost 30. By the time I get over there, it'll be 38 minutes. And I don't want to end my video, you know what I mean? I want to just walk around here and enjoy the rain and talk about things. Do you like that? Let's pretend that all the people who like my videos are right here and we're all walking around together and we're talking about whatever pops in our head, because that's what I like to do. I talk about whatever comes in my head. And it might be fun, huh? Okay. So, we're walking around here in this park and I was telling you about my thinking I might be good at a novel, but I don't think my command of the language is great enough to write a novel. But I think I have the feel for it, that romantic feeling that you need. You ever stepped in an old train station and it still looks like it did back in the 60s? And there's this feeling comes over you. A nostalgia, a feeling of longing, a feeling of nostalgia. Something's lost as you walk through that old train station. And things like that, like just kind of stuff like that. I like walking down streets at night when it's raining, a little bit dark, a little bit foggy. There's kind of like a mystery in the air. And things like that. That's kind of stuff I like. But while we were up in Ontario, I put a little group together and we practiced a lot and had the opportunity to make a CD with, I can't remember if it was 10 or 12 songs on it. And some of them will reach into your heart pretty good. They're songs about life, people, things. And so anyways, we'll just walk around this little area, and then by then we'll have seen enough of this city and this area, and then we can go in and get a coffee. And anyway, that's my my little rant. If you were all here, I would listen to all your stories and tell me what your. There's the ferry crossing the harbor, right there. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Have like half a dozen people that's all on the same wavelength. We like the same stuff. We could talk for hours. There's a couple of guys here that I live in my neighborhood. We usually go out for coffee one day a week. We try to. It don't always work out, but we tried to last week. One of them was sick, so we canceled it. Canceled our little coffee outing for last week. But I'm trying to arrange one for this week, so hopefully it works. There's the other ferry coming over. We could stand right here and watch the ferry come in if you want. You want to do that? All right, I got to get into a nice spot where we'll walk out on the pier. I can feel a little bit of water in my toes, but that's all right. It's just a little bit. Do you find today it takes quite a while to make friends? Not when you're a kid. Kids make friends all over the place. But when you're an adult, like it takes a really long time to have a good circle of friends. And I think that's because people don't trust people. I think that's what's at the heart of it. If you say hi to a stranger, they usually they look at you like you're nuts. Except the old ladies and the old guys. The old guys, like me, they're not shy to talk to you, and the old ladies aren't too shy either, because I see them over in Scotia Square all the time, and I talk to them there. But I guess after that certain age, you lower your guard just a little bit when you meet people, especially that's your age. All right, let's watch. Let's stand here and watch the ferry come in. Now, while we're looking at the city again, I got a different point here now. I'm over farther. I was way over there before, and now I'm over here. We'll get a little closer so when the boat comes in, we'll be like really close. Can't see into the north end that well yet because there's still a lot of fog. There goes a Coast Guard ship. Right there, you can spot the Coast Guard by the red and white stripes. The red ship with the white stripes, Canada Coast Guard. We'll go right over to the end, and that'll be as close as we will get to that boat. That one. Halifax Ferry. There's an upgrade coming to the Halifax Ferry system. I know it's true because I read it in the Halifax news. And these ferry terminals are getting see, this didn't used to be like this over here. They made this year. And so they're going to be, the boats are going to be electric, not diesel, and they're going to handle 150 passengers. And they're aiming to have, well, they need 2 boats for this crossing, and 2 boats for Woodside is 4. And then Bedford is supposed to be getting a terminal way up at the head of the basin by the Wolf Park. I think that's the name of the park up there. Well, anyway, there's the boat. There's the ferry coming in. 2-hour dock over there. And yeah, so we're getting a big upgrade. They're supposed to be building a ferry terminal in Bedford, and if that all goes well, I saw on the Halifax News on my phone that they would like to expand that even further. So we may have a great ferry boat system here before too long. Everything takes time. The wheels turn slow, but they get there. That Coast Guard ship is going slow too. All right, we want to look at the bridge in the fog. There it is. Let's walk down a little bit. We kind of get it all into the screen. There we go. The McDonald Bridge. There it is. Right there. Okay. The McDonald Bridge spanning the harbor. Well, that's my favorite bridge. We got the McKay Bridge farther up, but I always say that's like the highway bridge. This is like the city one. So I prefer the... Can't walk on the other one anyway. You can only drive it. You only drive the McKay Bridge. And you can't have trucks on this one down here. You can only have buses and people's cars and things like that. But you can walk on it. That's the part I like about the McDonald Bridge. You can walk on it. So, right from here, I'm looking right at the bottom of Portland, where that clock is. That clock is right at the bottom of Portland Street. And that's the end of Portland if you're coming down through here. That's where, if you're going the other way, that's where it starts. Right there. Hope you're enjoying this little walk around. I've been at this now 45 minutes. Can you imagine? It's been fun. It's been fun walking around here. We'll walk over to the ferry terminal. I'll end my video. I promise not to rant any longer today. Rants are fun though too, aren't they? They don't hope for me. I just can't. I open my mouth and there it comes. So here we go. I'm born to talk. I'm born to talk. I hardly ever run out of something to say. Even people that can't talk good, I can get them talking. And there's some people who don't know how to keep a conversation going. They're not good at it. Don't mean they're not good people. They're just not good talkers. So if you get two people like that together, it's going to be a dull conversation. But if you even got one that can talk, then you can keep the other one talking, because you keep thinking of questions to ask them. Then they have to answer you back. And you can keep them talking. I'm good at that. I know. I've got a knack for that. I'm a talker. Halifax Walker is a born talker. I'm a poet too. Not really. Don't consider myself a poet. I can barely rhyme 2 lines. Oh, there I did it again. Oh well. We're heading in. I'm going to show you where I go to drink my coffee when I go to the ferry terminal. Show you from outside first. It lines right up with the railroad tracks. We get on the railroad tracks and then you'll see the windows up there, the glass windows, and you'll see people sitting up there. There, right up there. That's where I go to have my coffee, sitting right in that. It's like a walkway between the 2 buildings, and there's tables up there. You can sit down, get your coffee at Tim Hortons, take it up there. And that's what I do. Walk over there, get my coffee, go up there, sit there under that roof, and drink my coffee, put on my headphones, get into my little world of music, and spend about an hour doing that. All right. So I gotta end this video somewhere right here. I think we'll get in out of the rain where I can undo my umbrella, take it off, take it down, and we'll end our video right here. How's this? So if you enjoyed this video, and you can just push that like button, that'd be really nice. And if you're not yet a subscriber, just push that subscribe button and that will help a lot. And with that, say have a wonderful day, take care, be safe, and we'll see you all on the next video. Bye for now.